paradigm of absolute control. And that's why we're just out here doing simple things, pointing out that we're meant to be in nature and be natural. And this is where we find the source that God made to transcend the New World Order. And that's why they want to try to keep us out of it.
I'm angry. I've had enough of these people. They're a bunch of Christian murderers, scum. Their one job is a lie. He said, what do you need to know about these people? These scum. They have green looking, screaming, we love Satan, we want. Obama and Hillary both smell like sulfur. Here to rule vampire pot belly goblins are hobbling round, coming after us. My spirit gets close to that evil and I feel it go. We're such self-centered crap. We don't even notice hell itself rising up against us. Millions of pointed people of the very worst type, and I'm so pissed. We're gonna stab your daughter at the mall. We're gonna stab your wife, your son. We're gonna stab you with a butcher knife, and then the police chief is gonna say, we love our Somalis, we love our Muslims. Oh, they're so good, oh, they're so sweet.
I was watching Fox News as I worked out this morning.
Woo! Good evening, friends. It's great to see you guys. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad I'm here. And yeah, we're gonna hang out. I was live earlier today. And early on in that live it was pretty heated. And then I end up feeling bad about that, you know. I don't like doing this when I'm in a bad mood. And I was in a bad mood. And I stayed live for like 5 hours just to like try to make up for it and everything, but it didn't make me feel any better. But now I'm in a good mood and I think we're gonna have a lot of fun tonight. So we're gonna definitely there's a couple of updates with Karen Reed. I already disliked her, but oh man, yeah, she's next level fucking ratchet, dude. Peach is gifted 5 memberships. Thank you so much. Sorry about the mishap with the slowed down there for a second. I apologize. Member for 21. So what is the update? In due time, Cindy Keys. In due time. Okay. All right. I'll get to it when I get to it. Okay. You're gonna take it. Something, there's a better chance of me being able to catch something that I missed. So and Goodman's gifted a membership. Thank you so much. And oh my God.
Oh, here we go. Yeah.
I think we got a super dad. Super dad. I think we got a super dad. Super dad. Super dad. Super dad. Dad, 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 dad. I think we got a super dad.
How dare you?
Thank you so much. Venice Blue Crash Baddie. Lawrence Taylor, Trump Presidential Fitness Program appointed 2011, 2021, 2024. Child SA done. List in Florida. If listed Florida, you don't come back from that. Okay. Okay. I don't know if that's news. But okay. Yeah, YouTube is glitching, folks. So you're just gonna have to chill the fuck out. Let me try to refresh.
Trees, and because Will's got biceps that are like the size of sequoia trees, and because Will's got biceps that are like the size of sequoia trees, and because Will's got of sequoia trees.
What's that, Bob?
Because Will's got biceps that are like the size of sequoia trees.
I didn't catch that.
Because Will's got biceps that are like the size of sequoia trees.
I'm sorry?
And because Will's got
glitching,
biceps that are
like
the size of sequoia trees. And because Will's
Thank you, Bob. Like, I mean, can't have the internet's glitching while I got my man Bob talking about my biceps, bro. Okay? Can't have that shit. All right?
What could be more egregious? What could be more misleading than that? And what could be more important?
Exactly, Bob. Exactly. Oh man. Okay, so yeah, let me go ahead and pull this up here.
Uncovering the truth. Boston 25 News investigate.
I'm investigative reporter Ted Daniel. Karen reads.
Okay, Ted, 1 second, buddy. Boston misses you, Will. I miss Boston too, Lisa. I really do. I'll be back soon enough anyway. By the way, before we get started, you guys catch my new drip? Huh? Check it out. Check it out. Before, after. Before, after. Before, after. Huh? Cat Randall gifted a membership. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. You guys are super, super generous. Why you guys shitting all over Ted, man? That's my homeboy.
Civil lawyers have been busy behind the scenes. 25 Investigates has learned her team has fired off subpoenas or legal demands to several government agencies, including the Mass State Police and the Norfolk County District Attorney's Office. The subpoenas seek a mountain of materials from Reed's criminal case, including records related to prosecution witnesses, fired State Trooper Michael Proctor, and the federal investigation of law enforcement. A source tells me Reed's team is also seeking any communication the DA's office may have had with the feds about the Sandra Birchmore case.
Woo!
Birchmore's death was initially ruled a suicide, but a subsequent federal investigation determined she had been murdered. Of course, Reed's criminal case is over. She still faces a... I will let you know if the DA's office...
are not fucking around. That's what that boils. And hold on a second. And so here's so Karen Reed, what she wants to do, she wants to unimpound those sidebar anything involving the sidebar conferences from, I guess, either trial, both trials, I'm assuming, which I love, because whatever's going on in sidebar, I guarantee you that a lot of these sidebars took place. Well, I'm not going to guarantee you. I'm going to speculate that these sidebars, a lot of them took place because Bev did not want the public to hear what she was doing and the shitty decisions that she was making, even though many of them were very, very, very plain for us to hear. Peach is gifted a membership too. Wow, you guys are awesome tonight. Thank you so much. And yeah, man, you guys are always awesome. So if I had, because what's going on here, I mean, unless you're fucking blind and stupid, Karen Reed is setting up, she's got civil attorneys, and her civil attorneys are requesting all of this material, all of these materials. So unless you're blind and stupid, you have come to the safe conclusion that Karen Reed is about to sue the balls off of Massachusetts and everybody who had anything to do with her frame job. Anybody. And I love it. I'm fucking here for it. I can't wait. So I'm really, really excited about this. Oh man, I don't know what I sound like. So I can't do, I mean, I appreciate those of you who are hanging out, and I'm sorry that I'm just going to keep going and hope that it fixes itself, but I'm not going to end the stream. So I'm just going to do the best I can, work with what I got here. So whatever's going on with, this is a YouTube thing. It's not a StreamYard thing. It could be a StreamYard thing, but it doesn't seem like it because there's nothing happening on my end here on StreamYard. So I think it's a YouTube glitch for the moment. So yeah, I am 100% convinced at this point, for sure, that Karen Reed is gearing up to sue the shit out of everyone. And I love it. I'm super stoked about it. I can't wait. I am absolutely here for it. And I'm going to cover it, every single bit of it. Now, so here's the motion. This dropped yesterday. And this is Victoria George's withdrawal from counsel. Okay. I mean, yeah, I guess she served her purpose and served it very well. And so hold on a second. Let me. And then there's the motion for relief from the sidebar conferences, from the impoundment of the sidebar conferences. And Bev's just not going to do that. I'm calling that right now. Bev's just not going to do that. I don't see Bev. I think, like I said, I think the whole point behind a lot of the sidebars and impounding them was to keep the public from seeing how dirty she was. So, let me go ahead and read this. Now comes the defendant, Karen Reed, Miss Reed, and respectfully moves this honorable court to release the transcripts of sidebar conferences that occurred prior to and during the two trials in this matter from the court's April 14th, 2024 order of impoundment. As grounds for this motion, Ms. Reed states that good cause no longer exists for impoundment of the sidebar conferences that occurred during the first trial of the Massachusetts Uniform Rules of Impoundment Procedure. Ms. Reed further relies on the attached affidavit of counsel, which is incorporated herein by reference. Background is on April 10th, 2024. The Commonwealth filed its motion in limine for appointment of court stenographer, ongoing order to impound all sidebar conferences and impoundment of juror names during trial, attached here too as Exhibit 1. The Commonwealth sought impoundment of the names of all jurors, all sidebar discussions, including sidebar discussions during pretrial proceedings, and that sidebar discussions and juror names be unavailable until a verdict is returned. The Commonwealth's rationale was that the publication of matters discussed at the sidebar, including juror names, information, and potentially sensitive responses to inquiry while trial is ongoing, could prejudice the parties and expose jurors to extraneous matters. In its motion, the Commonwealth noted that after a verdict is returned to potential prejudice to the parties will be greatly lessened, and that all parts of the record except any that the court specifically finds subject to further impoundment for good cause would then be made available to the public. Rule 7 of the Uniform Rules of Impoundment provides that a judge evaluating a motion to impound documents may enter an order of impoundment only if good cause to withhold documents from the public is shown. To determine whether good cause is shown, a judge must balance the rights of the parties based on the particular facts of each case. Blah, 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 blah. Decision to grant access to court documents is best left to the sound discretion of the trial court to be exercised in light of the relevant facts and circumstances of the particular case. In making the good cause determination, a judge must balance the interest of publicity and a defendant's right to a fair trial. If there's a good cause to impound documents, a judge is required to tailor the scope of the impoundment order so that it does not exceed the need for impoundment. Once entered, an impoundment order remains in locutory order, subject to the continued existence of good cause of the Uniform Rules of Impoundment Procedure, requiring orders of impoundment to be time limited, indicating that impoundment cannot exceed narrowest requirements, justified by good cause. Yeah, so what's the good cause is the big question here. What's the good cause? Let's go back to that real quick. After a verdict is returned, the potential prejudice to the parties will be greatly lessened, and that all parts of the record except Any that the court specifically finds subject to further impoundment for good cause would then be made available to the public. So basically, right, like, what possible good cause could there be to keep this impoundment order active after the trial? Once the trial is over. Now, I understand the jurors. I do understand the jurors, but the problem with that is when it comes to the jurors, I mean, that's just, it's part of the whole thing, I think, right? I mean, you serve on a jury, it's going to be public record that you served on a jury. I would assume, I'm not sure, but I would assume, but I find it interesting that this, I mean, because I'm okay, maybe Bev just didn't get around to it. And I'm also wondering, but let me finish that point because I'll sound stupid. I don't know if I don't know if Bev I mean, it's possible she just didn't get around to it, you know? Or maybe a motion has to be filed to lift the impoundment. And that's all she's waiting for, and then she's going to lift it. Who knows? I don't know. But Flamingo's sister, thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate it. Now, I'm also wondering, do they have hearings for this? I mean, she's still filing motions with the court. So are they are they going to have hearings to argue the motions? But Hank Brennan filed a motion to withdraw, which is really funny to me. I love that. I love that Hank Brennan filed a motion to withdraw. Because I've never seen that before. I mean, dude, like, you gotta be crossing your T's and dotting your I's, man, if you're gonna be a high profile lawyer and hope to just have a moment with no egg on your face. The least you could do is proofread your fucking motions, dude. You know what I mean? Like, why the fuck are you putting that shit out there? You're gonna file in the court this ridiculous, this massive L where you forgot an H. Flamingo sister, thank you so much. Interlock you, Tori, for future reference. I hate what YouTube's doing with the handles. Thank you so much, Flamingo sister. I appreciate it. I mean, it's not. It's all unconstitutional. That's the craziest part. All of this is unconstitutional. Now, she's got this civil suit going on. But, well, let me just not. I mean, because everybody is like aching for just a whiff of a federal investigation. Like, there's somebody on Twitter who just keeps jumping to these weird conclusions, and it's weird. But yeah, I mean, there's nothing to indicate that there's an active investigation, but there's nothing to indicate that it's closed that's in any way credible. Because we know Helena Rafferty's dirty, and we know Hank Brennan's dirty, and they're not credible sources. That makes them not credible. What is this? When was this? Okay, that was just the other day. But I'm trying to find the withdrawal. And right. And Olivia posted the other day too. Like, why are they not giving her car and her phone back? Outstanding content in every aspect. Well, that's awesome. Thank you, Scooter. I appreciate that. That means a lot. Why are they not giving her phone and car back? Her fucking Lexus, her luxury SUV. It's hers. Give it the fuck back. But again, I mean, I'm jumping to the conclusion that the reason why they're stalling and giving that back is because they're afraid of providing her with more means that will feed her lawsuit, her upcoming lawsuits. That's what I think. I think that they've done more damage to the car, but I mean, why not just give the car back though? What are they hiding? Because damaged or not, if it's damaged and they give it back, at least she got back a damaged car. If they don't give her car back, they gave nothing back. You know what I'm saying? Like, give the shit back. Like, she's got to sue you for her car too. She's got to sue you for her own car. That's what you fuckers. Are you kidding? What? No, I'm not making any assumptions about this federal investigation. I don't know what they're going to do in the federal investigation. I don't know what they're doing with the federal investigation. I have no idea. I'm going to pretend like the federal investigation is not going on, and I'm still holding hope. That's how I'm going to deal with the whole federal investigation situation. I have no information to indicate that there's a federal investigation going on currently. So I'm just going to hope that there is. That's all I'm going to do. I'm just going to hope. This was the other day too, and I never went over this. This is interesting. Oh my God. Hollis, thank you so much. Fuck it. I'd sue for a brand new car. I mean, right. Like, she's going to end up owning fucking Norfolk County, dude. Like, that's, she's going to end up just running that shit. And so it says here, Commonwealth's motion for protective order for PDF Celebrite and Celebrite reader reports of trooper email and text message. I thought Celebrite was bullshit, Commonwealth. Why the fuck you want it? Why do you want to put a protective order on it? That's stupid. The Commonwealth moves pursuant to Massachusetts, blah, 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 blah. Celebrite report and Celebrite reader report concerning the extraction of the work cell phone and iCloud account of a former state trooper that contains phone numbers of Norfolk District Attorney personnel be restricted to defense counsel. Redact it. Release it. Redact it. Redact the numbers. It's easy. Happens all the time. As grounds under Massachusetts Criminal 14, blah, 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 the NDA possesses the work phone. Hold on. Let me read this part first. Upon a sufficient showing, the judge may at any time order that the discovery or inspection be denied, restricted or deferred, or make such other order as is appropriate. I don't know why I can't fucking read today. The judge may alter the time requirements of this rule. The judge may, for cause shown, grant discovery to a defendant on the condition that the material to be discovered be available only to counsel for the defendant. This provision does not alter the allocation of the burden of proof with regard to the matter at issue, including privilege. As grounds under Massachusetts, blah, 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 the NDA possesses the work phone and related iCloud account of former Massachusetts State Police Trooper Michael Proctor. The NDAO conducted an initial search of the materials for a different case trial and gave the 7-page report to counsel under a protective order. See notice of discovery, blah, blah, blah. The NDAO also hired an independent examiner and attorney, Steve Sack, to review the materials. Attorney Sack wrote the reports. The first report was provided to the defense under a signed protective order. And protective order, blah, 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 blah. The final report of Attorney Sack was provided to the defense under a signed protective order. Finally, the undersigned prosecutor on this matter has also reviewed Proctor's work phone and iCloud account. As a result of undersigned counsel's review, the PDF Celebrite report and Celebrite Reader report have been created. The NDAO is now asking for a protective order for the PDF Celebrite and Celebrite Reader report. The reports are unredacted and contain phone numbers for NDAO personnel, so redact them. Given the harassment that witnesses and NDO staff have encountered relative to the Commonwealth versus Karen Reed, the NDAO asked that the PDF Celebrite and Celebrite Reader reports not be publicly disseminated. So I know that this is what is impounded in Aiden's case. I'm assuming that this is exactly what is impounded in Aiden's case. And once that shit comes out, it's going to be fucking glorious, right? But the thing is, so what this, my brain has not been working properly lately, so I don't know. But maybe I'm wondering what are they doing? Like they're trying to seal them through another channel. Is that what they're doing? Like, so say the judge the judge in Turtle Boy's case lifts the impoundment. Are they going through another channel to impound those text message pages, those 7 pages? What's up, Scott? Right. Yeah, man, that's fascinating, dude. Let me do this. Yeah, I want those fucking sidebar transcripts, bro. Yeah, look at this shit. Look at that. Motion to withdraw. I mean, good. Because he's not going to argue. You know what I mean? Like, he just wants out. The case is over. He's done. Now, I got to go over something real quick, guys. I got to go over something real quick. Got to go over something real quick. Or, you know what? hold on. I'll do it this way. Oh no, that's a photo. Never mind. Okay. Um, oh my God, you guys hear my stomach growl? I ate earlier too. Okay. Now, I want to be clear about something. I don't know what the connection to Mike Crawford is on this. And he got in some sort of trouble today. I gotta find out. Like, I don't really know the details of that, but I want to look into that. But this is just the greatest video I've ever seen. And I don't think that I guess he's trying to say that that's Mike Crawford. I don't think that's Mike Crawford. I guess it just looks like him or something. It kind of looks like him, I guess, but I don't care about this at all. What I care about is how fucking awesome how awesome this video is.
My spray tan dick with your green tube top. You're looking so hot. Wanna wrap your stretch marks around my fat cock.
Yeah, Grant posted this, or his parody account did, or something.
Ay, 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 ay. Turn on the fucking beach kiss. Use some fucking OCs.
Yeah,
Turn
no.
on the fucking beard. Scoop up some fucking broads. What do you think?
Revere Beach. Now, this is the greatest fucking song I've ever heard in my life, bro.
Revere Beach. Sucking and fucking every night of the week. Sucking and fucking even as we speak. Revere Beach. Revere Beach. Sucking and fucking every night of the week. Sucking and fucking even as we speak.
Cruise around town in my ROC. Chewing roast beef with sauce and cheese. Got
What?
a fly Hawaiian tea from building 19. Double scoop broads licking Kelly's cream, kid.
Revere Beach. Revere Beach. Sucking and fucking every night of the week. Sucking and fucking even as we speak. Revere Beach. Revere Beach.
Don't be a bum, man. Don't be a prick. I'll shoot you in the eyeball with my spray tan dick. With your green tube top, you're looking so.
I'll shoot you in the eyeball with my spray tan dick. Really?
I wanna wrap your stretch marks around my fat cock.
Revere Beach. Revere Beach. Sucking and fucking every night of the week. Sucking and fucking even as we speak. At Revere Beach. Revere Beach.
I've never seen a better cast music video in my life.
Sucking and fucking every night of the week. Sucking and fucking even as we speak. Revere Beach. Revere Beach. Sucking and fucking every night of the week. You piece of shit talking some bitches out there could never come up with a better track like this in your entire life. Don't you know I forget better shit than you write? You'll see me on my throne with a 40 ounce of grape soda and a roast beef. And you know I'm sucking and fucking. This is Revere Beach, bitch.
On Revere Beach, I've been there. There's no sucking and fucking. There's a lot of stupid sandcastles.
Oh my God, this is so annoying. There's something going on with my computer that is really, really, really annoying. This thing is showing up. I guess it says my computer has run out of application memory. Okay. I guess I have to get rid of some of these for this to get off the fucking screen. Oh God. My fucking computer is going crazy right now. And I need to like delete applications. It's really annoying because this thing just keeps popping up on my screen. Can you hear me right now? Motherfucker. Can you guys hear me right now? Oh, that's crazy that you can hear me. My shit is completely frozen. And it's my computer. Like, it's fucking crazy right now. I'm gonna try to reboot my computer. Okay, this is really fucked up. Now but I'm not reversed. I'm reversed here, but not on YouTube. Okay. Wow. Very.
Oh, here we go. Yeah.
I think we got a super cat. Super cat. I think we got a super cat. Super cat. Super cat. Super cat. I think we got a super cat.
How dare you?
Flamingo's sister, thank you so much. His mom was my law professor. Only class I ever withdrew from in the first week. My real name is Steph. This is my daughter's handle. Thank you. Yeah, man. Super fucking weird night, guys. Very weird. I fixed my sound, I think. So yeah, what about that video, dude? Shit I ever saw. Fucking, I thought it was brilliant. I really did. I don't give a shit about why Grant posted it. I just thought it was brilliant. Revere Beach. So Gary Busey got charged and pled guilty to sexual assault. I'm pretty blown away by that. We're gonna have to look into that. Very important that we look into it. All right.
Welcome back to Court TV Live. I'm Ashley Wilcott. Thank you so much for being with us. Now let's turn to New Jersey, where actor Gary Busey is back in court today. He is accused of inappropriately touching 3 women during the annual Monster Mania convention. The women claim he touched them during photo shoots. Busey does deny those allegations. There he is. There's a
How ironic that his co-star. That's interesting because I haven't heard this yet. I just decided to go over this and react to it because we're just hanging out, and I knew the Karen Reed stuff would be quick. But how ironic is it that Gary Busey is getting in trouble for when he's taking pictures with women, he's inappropriately touching them? I guess grabbing their ass probably or some shit. Not okay, Gary Busey. Not okay at all. Don't do that shit. And how ironic that his co-star in the very movie that Mazamedia and I covered in the Patreon, which we'll be doing another one soon, I promise. I'm sorry, guys. I just have not been myself lately. So how ironic that his co-star in Point Break, Keanu Reeves, deliberately when he takes pictures, you can see he's not touching. Like he's not grabbing anybody's hips. Like he's like, as soon as that Me Too shit started, Keanu was like, not me, bro. That shit ain't happening to me, bro. Nope. And he fucking like, he will hover his hand over the hip without touching. Very, very, very smart thing to do. Very intelligent thing to do. But Gary Busey did exactly what Keanu didn't want to get falsely blamed for. So this is interesting.
Of him. We want to go back into court now for the very start of that hearing.
And how many counts was in that indictment, Mr.
It was a 5-count indictment, Your Honor.
So he's pleading guilty to count 1, so the remaining counts 2 through 5 are being dismissed, right?
Those will be dismissed at sentencing, yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so it's a term of probation, fines, no contact with, what are the initials for that person in count 1?
Your Honor, the victim, hold on one second, Judge. The anticipated conditions are really that the defendant have no contact with any of the victims.
Like, I want to hear exactly what the accusations are.
Any of the named?
Correct, Your Honor. Any of the named victims in the indictment. If Your Honor wants, I can put the initials on the record.
Can you do that, please?
Sure.
I think that would be better.
Yes, Judge.
He's 81,
one,
dude.
Victim being AD.
Okay.
Count 2 is JE. Count 3 is MH.
See, now look at him, dude. You can't put that fucking guy in jail, dude. Look at him. This guy got in an accident like 30 years ago, a real bad accident. And then he claims that he died and saw God and experienced knowing everything, experienced the understanding of what life is the meaning of, what the meaning of life is, excuse me. This is his thing, and he's been wacky as fuck ever since. And that's true. Now, I'm not trying to shit talk the man. I'm saying He's been off, like different. He's never been the same after that accident, is the best way to put it. He's just never been the same. And you look at him now, 81 years old. This is not Angelo Pappas anymore, dude. You know what I'm saying? That guy is long gone. This guy is not Angelo Pappas, Keanu Reeves' partner. Utah, give me 2. That's not him anymore. When you listen to this guy talk, he makes almost no sense.
Count 4 is BB, and count 5, victim's initials are MS.
See, I didn't
the
know
defendant
that.
Would agree to have no contact with any of those named victims as part of the plea agreement.
Okay. Counsel, those terms as stated, Mr. Zwillman, is that correct?
Judge, we agree to the no contact, but I disagree with most respectfully for identifying the individuals in counts 2 through 5 as victims, since those cases are being dismissed. But it's just a technical matter. I don't think they remain victims if they're being dismissed.
Los Pollos Hermanos Locos, you win handle of the day. Breaking Bad is amazing.
Well, that's not unusual when there's resolutions and there's more than one named in an indictment. That's not unusual that the state is asking for the terms to be conditions, and I can't control the conditions, that there's no contact with anyone named in any counts. So what do you want to do with that?
We agree to that, Judge. I just don't want the record to reveal that he's pled guilty to anything other than count 1.
It's not going to, why would it do that? Why would it?
Well,
It wouldn't.
because the term victim is still being used for counts 2 through 5. No, not a problem, Judge.
Now, Mr. Busey, we're in a courtroom. Although
I can't take my eyes off this guy. Like, she's the one talking, but I can't take my eyes off Gary Busey.
You can't eat or drink in my courtroom, although we are on Zoom. You're before a judge. And when you're before a judge, you act accordingly. No eating and no drinking in my presence. You understand, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Judge.
Okay. Now, Mr. Zwillman, those terms are stated by the prosecutor.
Busey.
It sounds like...
I mean, you can pronounce my name right, and I'll not eat or drink on the Zoom, bro.
You are reserving your right to make what's called the Warren argument regarding the probationary agreement that's going to be entered. Is that correct?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. Now, the other terms as stated by the prosecutor, are they correct regarding this colloquy, this guilty plea?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Busey, please state your name and raise your right hand for me.
Okay, stop. The Goodmans, as much as I love you, you can't compare Gary Busey to Harvey Weinstein. Harvey Weinstein did some horrible, horrible shit. Now, I'm not saying what Gary Busey did was okay. You violate a woman's boundaries and make her uncomfortable. That should come with absolute consequences, most definitely. But, you know, what Harvey Weinstein did was like fucking pure evil, sinister, like, yeah, that dude is a menace.
Name. State your name.
State your name, sir.
My name is William Gary Busey, B-U-S-E-Y.
Okay, do you, sir, swear or affirm any testimony you give the court shall be the truth?
What? I'm sorry?
Do you swear or affirm that any testimony you give the court shall be the truth?
Yes, ma'am, I do. I confirm that.
Okay.
I confirm that.
Now, it is my understanding you wish to plead guilty to a 4th degree.
That's wild, bro. Like, look at him, dude. Like, this Zoom thing is wild, bro. I mean, it gives him an effect that, I mean, I feel like it would be equally a sight if he was sitting in a courtroom, because I don't see him being able to sit still very well. But I just can't stop staring at him as this is happening.
Sexual contact, criminal sexual contact. Is that correct?
Am I pleading guilty?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I am?
No.
Okay. I am.
No. Look, that's not how.
That's what just fucking happened. What just fucking happened? Am I pleading guilty? No. And then somebody goes, yeah, you are, which I'm assuming is his attorney or his wife or something. Better half, maybe. I'm not sure who that is. But that person is going, yeah. And then what really got me there was that he goes, oh, well, yeah, I am then. Whatever. Like he has no grasp on the current situation. Is he fit to stand trial? No. Like, right. He clearly, I mean, no, dude, this is weird, man. Like, I'm not saying that what he did was okay. What I'm saying is what I've learned about the law in the last 2 years. I feel like this could have gotten thrown out. I feel like a good lawyer, could have argued as to his mental health and well-being. I feel like that could have, I mean, it's doing it itself. The judge is annoyed with him. What if a lawyer argued it? But the judge is treating him like he's some asshole Hollywood actor who doesn't give a fuck about anything. This is insane, dude.
Work. Listen to me, Mr. Busey.
She did it again.
Did you talk to your attorney?
She did it again. She called him Busey again after he clearly said Busey and spelled it.
About how you want to handle your case today?
Yes.
But I don't want you to say yes, and I don't want anyone to tell you what to say.
Right. I was going to say, when is she going to speak up about somebody feeding him his answers that he's telling a judge at a hearing? What is going on here? I need a law tuber to chime in on this. Give me their thoughts. I really do. Anyone will do. Any defense attorney, the Matas, even Melanie Little. And I only say that even Melanie Little because I know that she specializes in civil law. But any defense attorney, Mark Bettero, anybody, Nick Rekieta, anybody. Like, I'm dying to know if this shit is a farce. Like, can a defense attorney handle this case differently? Now, I realize it's hard to say simply because, yeah, Linda Bodden, she would be great. I realize that it's hard to say since we don't know the details yet of what actually happened. We don't know the details of the crime itself. So, but I still feel like, regardless of that, my instincts tell me this, that regardless of this, due to his mental well-being, there could be an argument to, I mean, it's not like he can't afford it. But I mean, but okay, so if he can't, maybe he's not up for standing trial, but wouldn't you just make it to where you argue or file a motion to dismiss because he can't stand trial? Can't he argue that? Can't a good lawyer argue that what he did was part of the brain damage issues that he's probably having? What's up, Team Brittany? Yeah, this is wild, dude.
You need to say it on your own, sir.
Yes.
Okay, now do you wear some type of hearing assistance,
Yes.
Mr. Busey?
He's 81. He's 81 years old, dude. Who's he gonna hurt? Now, agreed, you can't have a dude running around grabbing women, dude. Like that's of course. You know what I'm saying? There's got to be some sort of remedy to this that's reasonable and appropriate for an 81-year-old man who's clearly got mental stability issues. I mean, there's got to be some sort of argument that that an attorney can strategize and present to this judge and present to this prosecutor. There's got to be. I mean, he's Gary fucking Busey, for fuck's sake. I know he's got fucking Point Break money, Predator 2 money. He was in Predator 2, wasn't he? Lethal Weapon money.
Okay, do you have it on now? Okay, do you have it up loud enough so you can hear? Are you
I have it up as loud as it'll go.
Okay. Now, this is my question. Do you wish to plead guilty to a criminal?
Dude, I'm convinced that Alan Jackson would have got him off. That, like, no jail time, nothing. Just charges dropped. I'm convinced that Alan Jackson could have pulled that off. Convinced of it.
Sexual contact today.
Yeah.
Now, I wonder if there's something else that we could do that allow Mr. Busey to hear a little better.
Stop saying Busey.
Are you having a hard time hearing altogether, Mr. Busey? Are you hearing me some?
Yes, I have hearing aids and they are working, but they only go so high.
I understand. And are you still having some trouble hearing me?
No.
Even with your hearing aid on?
No, I don't. I hear you fine.
What the fuck am I watching? Why is nobody speaking up on his behalf here? Like,
okay. So my question is again is, do you wish to plead guilty to a 4-3 charge of criminal sexual contact? Yes or no?
Yes.
Now, before you decided to plead guilty to that charge, did you review that charge with your attorney?
Yes.
Did you have a chance to read the police reports with your attorney?
Yes.
Has your attorney answered all questions that you've had?
Yes.
Are you satisfied with the advice he has given you?
Yes.
Have you had enough time to meet with your attorney?
Yes.
Like,
now this is
if I'm imagining now, any woman has a right to feel and react however she sees fit to do so, pretty much for the most part, within reason. You know, if she's violated like this, if her boundaries have been violated, of course. But I feel like looking at him here and imagining him in a setting where there's shit tons of people everywhere, he's making appearances, he's taking pictures. I feel like if he's taking pictures with fans, that means that fans know who he is. And I feel like it'd be hard for these fans to not see that he's got something off about him. Or probably if their fans already know the issues that he has, but can't go without reporting something like this. You can't just leave. You can't just let that be. You've got to let somebody know that this man thinks it's okay for whatever reason. May not be his fault, but for some reason feels like it's okay to grab women inappropriately when he's taking pictures with them. Because you got to think, 3 women came forward. How many others didn't? How many others felt sorry for him and didn't report him? You know what I mean? Like, let's just be realistic for right now, right? How many women were just like, well, that was fucking weird, and then went home and forgot all about it? Texted there's somebody and went, dude, Gary Busey just fucking grabbed my ass. Yeah, it was fucking weird. Whatever. You know what I mean? How many people did that happen to? So, of course, you can't blame a woman for reporting this because it's menacing, dude. You can't have somebody running around just grabbing ladies, bro. Like, that's not fucking okay. You know what I mean? 81 years old or not. But maybe it's because he's 81 years old. That's a possibility too. He just doesn't know any better. Right? I mean, he doesn't even know what the fuck is going on right now. Like, he clearly doesn't even know what the fuck is going on right now.
My understanding of the plea agreement. It is my understanding you will be pleading guilty to count 1 of the indictment. Count 1 charges you with 4th degree criminal sexual.
I don't think it's weird, man. I don't think it's weird at all. Like, I'm definitely not gonna blame victims here. And I'm not saying that's what you're doing, but I'm gonna read your comment. That's odd, Will. It's 3 women took the trouble to press charges, and this is why dirty old men people in nursing homes grab a lot of people. Yeah, and it's probably just blown off in the nursing homes. You know what I mean? I don't know. Fucking never even been in a nursing home. I don't fucking know. But actually I have. But I just find it strange, you know. I mean, I don't blame the women. I don't blame the women at all. I think somebody needed to report it. You know what I mean? I get why women wouldn't report it, but I also get why a woman would. You know, you kind of have to. You know what I mean? Like, you don't specifically have to. You have the right to deal with it however you want. But I guarantee you that these women probably just decided, and they probably struggled with it. I can't imagine a decent person not struggling a little bit with the decision to press charges and move forward with it all. Especially considering that he's a celebrity, especially considering that the public might fucking hate you for doing it. You know, I mean, so these women are brave. They're very brave. Because you can't have a dude 81 years old or not running around grabbing people, bro. You know what I mean? Like, that's not okay. Can't have that shit.
Contact. On your sentence date, the state is recommending I sentence you to a term of probation. Could you hear all of that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And
do you
you
understand?
sentenced them to a term of probation. See, fine. That's great. And you know what? I commend him for pleading guilty on this. I commend him for pleading guilty on this because that probation will probably keep him in check and keep other women from being in positions to where he's going to make them uncomfortable. It'll deprive him of being putting himself in those positions. And that's good. That's a very good thing. This is a problem being solved, is what it is. I mean, it's not going to kill the man to have to serve probation and check in with somebody and have somebody checking in on him to make sure that he's not going around grabbing women. It's cool. It's cool. So I can see why the lawyer probably did this, and it's a good move. It's a good move publicity wise. I think it's a good move. It shows that he's accountable, shows that he's got a good heart. And it also shows that he doesn't even fucking realize what the fuck is going on, So I don't imagine the women that reported him and doing it in this malicious, like, oh my God, that creepy old man, how dare he? I just can't imagine someone doing that. I imagine these women being more like, well, dude, like, can't have a dude running around grabbing people, bro. You know what I mean? Like, breaks my heart. It's just somebody needs to be aware and somebody needs to be responsible to make sure that it doesn't happen.
Okay, you understand?
Yeah.
Okay, now probation will be anywhere between 1 to...
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and do you to a term of probation?
So she sentences him and he blissfully reacts to it. Yeah. What? Watch this shit. She just sentenced him.
Could you hear all of that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and do
That's
you
right.
understand? Okay, you understand?
Yeah.
Okay, now probation will be anywhere between 1 to 5 years. The length of probation and condition of probation will be set by me and my discretion. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Your fines will be...
Well, we had understood this would be a pre-trial hearing. It's now turning into a guilty plea. I'll tell you, I think that the judge may have almost called it off when Gary Busey initially said no and then talked to somebody and said, yes, he's entering a guilty plea. We're going to pause it there and we'll get you back inside the Zoom courtroom when we come back here on Court TV.
Tonight on Closing Arguments, jurors are weighing the evidence against two parents accused of trying to kill their daughter.
Closing Arguments tonight at 8/7 Central on Court TV.
There's more here.
Saturday incidents took place at the annual Monster Mania convention, and the women claim he touched them during photo shoots. There were 3 different...
Thank you, the Goodmans. Member for 10 months. You 100% right, Will. Laughing my ass off. Definitely not the same. Thank you, the Goodmans.
Women who claim that, and he's in court via Zoom. And we found out as we're watching with you that he agreed to plead guilty to 1 4th-degree criminal sexual contact count.
I mean, look at him, dude. He looks homeless. He looks like a homeless person you would see on the street. And I'm not saying that to insult him. I'm saying clearly his appearance is not a priority for him. He is somewhere else, which is fine as long as he's not going around grabbing women. But he is somewhere else. You can tell.
Let's go back in and see what else happens. We paused it where we left off.
$75 safe neighborhood, $33 court costs. You can have no contact with anybody named in those police reports. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Now, your attorney is going to make an argument to ask the court to give you fines only. That's an argument that's an argument that he has a right to make. It'll be my decision if I grant that argument. Do you understand?
Now, his son has a pretty successful acting career. His name is Jake Busey. And there's definitely a resemblance. I like Jake Busey. He's in a bunch of shit that was cool. Like, he was real scary in Contact with Jodie Foster and Matthew McConaughey.
Yes, ma'am, I do. Thank you.
Now, all of the other counts in that indictment, it was 5 counts you were charged with in that complaint. It's 5 counts. You're pleading guilty to the 1 count, and all the rest are being dismissed. Is that your understanding of the plea agreement?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Judge.
Okay, now by pleading guilty
And
to
that's
that,
not a bad plea agreement. It's not bad. You know what I mean? Like I'm understanding more and more why this was the route to go. But yeah, so it sounds like there were other charges, and as long as he pled guilty to one, the other two charges would be dismissed, or the other charges would be dismissed, however many they were. And he's just going to get probation for like a year to 5 years, however they see is necessary to keep him on probation. But the limit would be 5 years. So that's not bad. You know, I mean, what the fuck else has this guy got going on? You know what I mean? Like, probation is fucking nothing.
charge. You have to tell me the facts to make you guilty of that charge. Can you do that?
Yes.
Okay. Also, by pleading guilty, you waive certain rights, which includes the following. By pleading guilty, you waive the presumption of innocence and a right to a jury trial. Could you hear that?
Yes.
Also, by pleading guilty, you waive the right to have the state to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand that?
I didn't like this judge at first, but she's growing on me.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Judge.
Also, by pleading guilty, you waive the right to confront and cross-examine witnesses. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Judge. Sorry.
That's okay. It's fine, sir. Also, by pleading guilty, you waive your right to present any witnesses on your behalf. Do you understand?
Yes.
And you also waive your right to present a defense. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing all of that, do you want to continue with your plea of guilty?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you fully satisfied with the legal advice and services of your attorney?
Yes. Yes, very much.
Okay. Are you pleading guilty voluntarily on your own free will?
Yes, voluntarily.
Has anyone threatened you or forced you to plead guilty?
No.
Has anyone promised you anything to get you to plead guilty?
No, ma'am. No, Judge. Sorry.
Okay, that's all right. And all these questions are being asked to make sure the record protects you, Mr. Busey. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
It's so
Yes.
funny.
Okay.
Now it doesn't bother me that she's mispronouncing his name.
Now, are you, sir, under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or any medication that would affect your ability to understand what's happening today?
No, ma'am. Not at all.
Do you take any type of prescription medication?
No.
Huh.
Are
That's
you
interesting.
satisfied with the investigation your attorney?
That's interesting. An 81-year-old man. Think about that. An 81-year-old man who's not currently on prescription medication. I find that respectable. Now, maybe he needs medication because he's going around grabbing women. You know what I mean? So maybe he needs medication. But 81 years old, you know what I'm saying? That's some longevity, dude. That's some fucking longevity, especially after surviving an accident, especially after dying at one point and then surviving, coming back to life, being revived, and then living out to 81 so far and counting. But it is truly exceptional. That's if it's true, though. That's if it's true. I'm not sure I believe him. But I'm giving him the benefit. I have no reason not to give him the benefit of the doubt.
He is conducted on your behalf.
Yes, yes, Judge. Thank you.
Okay. And are you pleading guilty today because you're guilty of a 4-3 criminal sexual contact charge? Is that why you're pleading guilty? Are you guilty
Yes,
of
ma'am.
it?
Yes, yes. Affirmative.
Now, did your attorney review with you a 6-page plea form in this matter?
Yes.
Did he read each question to you on all 6 pages?
What?
Did he read that plea form to you, all 6 pages?
No, I read it myself, but he sent it to me.
Okay, but did your attorney review it with you? Besides you reading it, did he review it with you?
Yes.
Okay. Now, did you provide him an answer to each of those questions on that plea form?
Yes.
If I was to take that same plea form and read each question to you, would all of your answers be the same that you gave your attorney?
Yes.
After your attorney reviewed that document with you, did you write your own initials at the bottom of all 6 pages?
Yes, ma'am. And I wrote my full name.
I'm gonna need this judge to clean her glasses because it's driving me fucking crazy.
Signature at the end of the 6th page.
Okay, thank you. And that was my next question. Did you sign it? And you did sign that document, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, are you currently on any type of probation or parole?
No, not at all.
Are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes, ma'am. For 81 years, I've been a citizen of the United States. Proud of it.
Okay. And can you read and understand the English language?
So far, yeah.
Okay.
All right.
How far you went in school,
I like this.
sir. What is your education?
All the way through college. Senior year at Oklahoma State University in Stillwater, Oklahoma.
Okay. Now, in reference to questions, do you have any questions for me, sir, right now?
No.
Okay. Let's do a factual basis, counsel.
What was that?
Your attorney's going to
Mr.
your
Busey,
attorneys.
I'm gonna
Hold
direct-
on for a moment, Mrs. Willman. Your attorney's going to ask you some questions for a factual basis for the charge you're pleading guilty to, okay?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay.
Still with us, criminal defense attorney Ryan Brown. He was laughing. Busey seems okay with this whole thing, but I feel like I also hear somebody behind him speaking in his ear to say how to answer.
Yeah, it sounds to me like there's somebody in the room with him, you know, kind of helping him through questions, which may or may not be a big deal, right? It's not uncommon for a client to look at you when you're doing a plea in person. Hey, I don't understand this question or anything like that. But it sounds like somebody might just be feeding him the answers, which is something that a lot of judges may balk at.
Yeah, I would agree with you. Some judges would say, you come back another day once you get this under control, and I know you're the one making the decision. But let's talk about the reality. We thought this would be a pretrial hearing. And Ryan, how often or how does it happen that all of a sudden it turns into a guilty plea? And do you think, we don't know what the sentence is yet, do you think they've worked out an agreement for that to propose to the judge?
She already sentenced him, didn't she, with the probation, 1 to 5 years.
Offer this plea?
Yeah, but I think she's going to have to determine how many years of probation. So I understood it wrong. So she hasn't actually sentenced him. I think what she did was just give him what his sentence was probably going to be.
Oh, you know, trials are way more fun to talk about, but a lot of times most criminal cases do resolve short in a plea like this, and it's not uncommon. Maybe the lawyers from both sides prepared to go into it.
And, you know, it's funny because I find it interesting because on TV, courtroom dramas, somebody pleads guilty and it's just like, all right, come back for sentencing, or I'm going to sentence you right now. Like, you know what I mean? But like you look at the Koberger sentencing, well, when he pled guilty in that hearing, that shit took fucking forever. A lot of it was the impact statements. Those are some of the baddest fucking impact statements I ever heard. Kylie Gonzalez's sister, man, she nailed it, man. She was on fire. She roasted his ass. She barbecued that motherfucker.
Motions hearing today, they get together before court. They're able to come to an agreement. We don't know if there's an agreement yet or not. My guess is there would be one, probably a fine and maybe some sort of probation and counseling or an apology or something like that. But my guess is they were able to reach some agreement that Mr. Busey's counsel were okay with, that the state of New Jersey was okay with, and that we're going to see a negotiated plea here shortly.
Especially considering he's 81 years old. We know this is in New Jersey because this is where it occurred, the Monster Mania, which we didn't know, but I just want to mention for those viewers who may not know, I thought it was Monster Trucks. I was wrong. But instead, it is an event of horror films where they have memorabilia and they have guests there. And that's the reason I would assume that this is actually being held in a New Jersey courtroom.
That's right. It sounds like this event or get together is there. You know, I imagine some of the conditions of this sentence will be he may not be allowed to go back to Monster Mania, definitely not around any of the victims. And even though he's only pleading guilty to one of the counts, probably won't be able to have contact with any of the folks that were listed as a victim in the original indictment.
Oh, Brian Brown, thank you.
Did this lady say fucking she thought it was a monster truck event? Dude, Monster Mania, bro. Like, how do you get monster truck out of that automatically?
So much for all your great expertise being here in person.
Like,
Coming up, we're going to
the
have
guy's a fucking movie star. What do you think he's doing? Like, you think he's driving monster trucks? No, bro. He's fucking making appearances because he starred in horror films.
more for the hearing.
Flamingo sister, thank you so much. She should ask, are you prescribed meds you're not taking? Right. That's a good question too. That's a good point.
For actor Gary Busey. Plus, we're still on a verdict watch in Washington. Stay with us. He has pled guilty to one count of sexual criminal contact after he inappropriately touched a woman at a convention. Let's go back in for more of the hearing.
Mr. Busey, I'm going to direct your attention to the date of August 13th, 2022. Okay?
Oh, wow. That was a while ago. Okay.
Yeah? All right. Were you in Cherry Hill, New Jersey on that date?
Yes. Affirmative, yes.
Yeah. Cherry Hill was the only place that had a White Castle. And Harold and Kumar, they made it there at some point. They did.
And were you attending something that's been identified as a Monster Mania convention or function?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Was there a photo shoot set up where fans of William Gary Busey, could have a photograph taken with you?
Yes. Yes.
And during that session, you agree, do you not? You do agree that you inappropriately touched the buttocks of an adult female over her clothing. Is that correct?
Yes.
And you understand now, and you knew then, that that was not appropriate. It was wrong, correct?
Yes, very much so.
And you want Judge Blue to accept your
So
acknowledgement.
you hear him, he says, I knew it was wrong immediately as soon as I did it. You know, like, and he said it with enthusiasm. He didn't say, you know, I knew it was wrong before I did it. So that could be construed as just impulse, lack of impulse control. And I mean, who knows? Now, I wonder, who knows what the circumstances were? Did he do it and then go, oh my God, I'm sorry, you know? Or did he do it and then be like, what's the problem? You're not into that? You know what I mean? Like, what were the exact circumstances of what happened?
Of this particular incident. Is that right?
Yes, sir. It is the truth.
I have nothing else, Judge.
I mean, it wasn't back in the day, though. It was 3 years ago, dude. Like, that's, you know what I mean? Like, it was 3 years ago. It wasn't that long ago. But it's weird that there was this, it took this long for it to get to this point. It's very strange.
Is it satisfactory to the state?
Just that we identified the female victim by the initials AD. Would it be fair to say that you later learned that that victim had those initials?
Mr. Busey, the victim is identified with the initials of AD that you said you touched the buttocks of. Do you agree with that, sir?
Yes.
Okay.
Nothing further. Thank you.
Can't be grabbing ass,
have
bro.
The indictment in front of me. There's no gratification or anything. This is a touching, right?
Well,
looking
Your
at the
Honor,
indictment.
I think that is under the statute part of the purpose of the touching.
Busey's out here grab ass and ladies, bro.
So if counsel could address that specifically, that would be
Right.
helpful as well.
Mrs. Willman, you need to fill. Mrs. Willman, you need to fill in the record more as to what his purpose was when he touched her buttocks. That's what I thought. I don't have the.
Buttocks is a weird word, bro. Buttocks is a weird word. Buttocks, 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 buttocks. What if in Requiem for a Dream, that weird dude was like, buttocks to buttocks? What if he did that instead? What if he said, buttocks to buttocks?
Thank
Oh my
you for me,
God.
but there's something missing from the factual.
All right, I just wanted to indicate also, Judge, that the actual victim's name is in the indictment. We're not using that for this purpose today.
No, we use the initials. That's what we use, the initials.
Mr. Busey, I just want to ask you that you understand that it's only a violation of the law that you could plead guilty to if you intended to gratify yourself by committing that act. I've told you that, correct?
Correct what?
He checked out.
The touching of the buttocks was done for your gratification.
No, I was looking, my eyes were on the camera lens. I moved my hands up and grazed her buttocks without thinking and without looking.
That's not
Okay.
a factual basis. That's not a guilty plea.
Okay. This just got really interesting. This just got really, really interesting. So it's not okay. It's not a guilty plea because he's saying it was an accident. He didn't intentionally grab her. He accidentally grazed her buttocks, her buttocks. He accidentally grazed it, is what he's saying now. I don't know if I believe him. I just can't imagine somebody being such a fucking Karen about that. You know what I mean? I can't imagine that. You know?
What?
Mr. Busey, I've advised you, and we agreed earlier that in order to plead guilty, you have to truthfully acknowledge.
I truthfully acknowledge
that you did
happened.
this for your own gratification as opposed to any request by AD. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
There you go. Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
So this was not an accidental touching. You purposely touched her. Is
Here we
that
go.
correct, sir?
Yeah.
Okay, and you did it for your own self-gratification. Is that correct, sir?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whoever's in the room with him was like, no, man, you can't. That's not going to fly. You know what I mean? Whoever's in the room with him is just like, that shit's not going to fly. You got to be like, yeah, I did it on purpose, you know? So this is just going to be over. But, you know, I mean, and I don't blame him for desperately trying to save face. You know what I mean? I don't blame him for that. But, you know, it's like, homie, can't go around grabbing ass that don't belong to you and didn't ask permission.
Other questions from the state?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Busey, do you understand that by pleading guilty, you're going to have a criminal record?
Yes.
The fuck?
You also understand you have to submit a DNA sample.
Dude, he's 81 years old, bro. What's he gonna not be able to get a job at the bank? You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't give a fuck.
What?
A DNA sample. Whenever you're arrested, you have to give a DNA sample, which is a swabbing of your mouth. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Okay. On the charge of fourth-degree criminal sexual contact, how do you plead?
Now, 4th degree criminal sexual contact, 4th degree sounds pretty fucking weak. You know what I mean? They're not going to put him on the registry for that shit, I hope. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Like, You know, like, he's old, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's old. Dude, I used to say that when I get to like in my fucking like 90s, bro, I'm just gonna like just have fun with it, dude. And I'm just gonna take a shit on the floor in the fucking grocery store. Why not? You know, like, why would I not enjoy those twilight years for everything that they have to offer? You know, like, but I mean, I'm not gonna go around grabbing asses. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like, you know, like, you know, I mean,
Not guilty. What is this, sir?
Guilty.
Okay, sir, I find based on your statements under oath, I find your guilty plea is known and voluntary. It's a factual basis for your guilty plea. Your guilty plea is accepted. Your sentencing, counsel, you're asking that he does it, that he could do a sentencing by Zoom, correct?
Yes, please, Judge.
Okay, your sentencing will be October 3rd by Zoom.
Judge,
I mean, okay,
October 3rd.
No, October 3rd.
all right. I need to do something.
Oh, okay.
I
Gotcha.
need to do something.
5-3.
Judge,
10-3.
I'll have to discuss it with my client. I do have a very serious surgery scheduled for September 22nd.
I can do it before then. I can do it before that. I can sentence him. I can definitely do it before that.
Okay.
I will make it September. You want to do it? Let's do it on an off day. We could do September the 18th on the Thursday instead of my big Friday sentence day, okay?
Let me just check, Judge. Thanks.
You get that?
Yep. I'll tell you your date in one moment, sir. Joey, you called for someone to do his interview?
What?
No,
Yes,
not you, sir. One moment, Mr. Busey.
Judge, what time would that be?
We could do it at 9 o'clock on September the 18th. I said that's on a Thursday.
I have another, I don't know, I don't want to mess up the court schedule. I have something at 9. It's a lower court, but it's an old DWI case. Can we do this later in the morning?
Why do I have to wait for a lower court? I don't understand.
You don't.
No, why don't we do this,
As a
counsel?
matter of fact, I have no problem
judge ain't
saying
having
that Judge Blue told me I got to be there at 9.
What court would you have to be in on the 18th?
That would be Parsippany Troy Hills, but
Okay, why don't we do, I can do it this, because I'm doing a sentence on September the 11th. How about the 25th? Are you available on the, well, that's close to your surgery. How about the 23rd? That's on a Tuesday, September the 23rd.
Oh, I'll be in the hospital.
You can't take a red
Oh,
eye.
that's the week you go in.
Yeah, but
Because this sentence is fast.
I-
Why don't we do
I-
this at 9? And it's going to
Can't
be
take
by
a red eye,
Zoom, so you
Mr.
can be wherever
Jackson.
you are. It's going to be by Zoom, right?
all right. Well, then we can do. I'll work it out with the lower court, who will, I'm sure, be subservient and acknowledge Your Honor's position. So
They may not, but you'll
then
have
you know
you'll
what?
have
That's
an
their
order from this
problem, right,
court.
Judge?
Right, that's
their
right, because you'll
problem.
have to come. You can't be in two places at one time.
No, and I'd
This
rather be with
sentence-
Mr. Busey here. So if I had
And
a
this
preference,
sentence will be really fast. It takes, 15 minutes to do a sentence, so it won't be long. Okay, Mr.
what
Boots,
date is that, Judge?
September the 18th. That's on a Thursday. Write it down, Mr. Busey. September the 18th at 9 o'clock a.m.
9:18, 9 o'clock.
Yeah, and it's gonna
I
be
mean-
where you are. You're gonna be able to come by Zoom the way you're doing it now, okay, for your sentence.
Yes, ma'am. Affirmative.
There's not that many votes, right? But I mean, it's pretty much a landslide of no. So I'm just going to say it. I mean, how traumatizing. Now, I understand there could be certain circumstances to where that could be traumatizing to anyone. But let's just be realistic here. How, to the average woman, how traumatizing could getting Gary Busey, an 81-year-old man grabbing your ass, be? You know what I'm saying? Like, how much of a victim are you really? Is my question. You know? Like, I feel like that's something like if Gary Busey, I'll say this, okay? And I'm a dude, you know, the rules are different. I get it. But what I'm saying is, if I went to that convention and Gary Busey grabbed my junk, I'd be like, no. But I'd leave it at that, and I'd have a really funny story to tell. You know what I'm saying? That's how I would take it. Because look at him. Look at him. That's just reverse now, so I got to look at him. That's all I'm saying. I mean, I'm just speaking for myself. I'm not telling anybody else what they should or shouldn't think. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is just me speaking for myself. If I was at a convention and I got to meet Gary Busey and I took a picture with him and he just grabbed my junk, I'd be like, no, can't do that, dude. But I'd laugh it off. I would laugh it off. I'd be like, wow, okay, dude. Because I would assume that it's dementia of some sort. Why the fuck would anybody just think that's okay to do? I mean, are there hundreds of women coming forward now from over the years? Is that what's going on? No, dude. This dude's a family man. Yeah, dude. The guy fucking played Buddy Holly, bro. Won an Oscar for that shit, I think. Okay, so the votes are getting a little bit closer, but the majority of the ladies, you know what I'm saying? Now, and I'm not really blaming anyone because, like I said, somebody might have circumstances that, you know, where, you know, they suffer past trauma and it triggers their past trauma. That's understandable, sure. And again, every woman has the right to set their boundaries and enforce their boundaries however they see fit within reason. And it's perfectly reasonable to report that incident and charge him. It's perfectly reasonable to do that. I'm just saying I wouldn't. That's all I'm saying. I personally wouldn't. You know, maybe it's because I'm a dude and I'm just like not, you know, like, I don't know. Like, I'm not uptight. You know what I mean? Like, so she's on a power trip. I mean, maybe, I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know the circumstance. Like, I'm not going to talk shit about the person who pressed charges because I don't know the person. I don't know what the circumstances were. I wasn't there. And I don't know what her issues could be. You know, she could have some trauma that this triggered. It's quite possible. And, you know, I'm just saying that, looking at him, I'm not seeing a malicious act here. You know what I'm saying? But whether it's malicious or not, whether he was just being a fucking creep deliberately, knowing he was being a creep, or whether he just didn't know exactly what he was doing and just had really poor judgment for whatever medical reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't make a difference as to how it made the victim feel. And that's something to keep in mind. It's something that is it needs to be the focus of. What matters is how it made the victim feel. He crossed boundaries, he got physical, and that at that point, however it affected the victim is what matters. So, you know, and then it's up to a judge, you know what I mean, to decide if he was just, you know, ask him questions, get to know and understand the situation a little bit better. And I think she's doing a good job of that. I think she's doing a great job of that. But I think what's happening to him is I just wouldn't do it. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. What's happening to him is just, but I wouldn't do it.
Now, I did make my record. I do find, as I said, that you've not only voluntarily entered your guilty plea is accepted, and that will be your sentence date of September 18th at 9 o'clock. The next step today, Mr. Busey, is someone is going to come on the screen, a probation officer. They need to do what's called an interview with you to prepare a pre-sentence report. So you need to stay on the screen until we tell you that you can step off, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Affirmative.
All right.
Judge, I'd like to stay with him on that.
Absolutely. Okay, you're gonna go in the breakout room when that probation officer come on. Do we know who's doing it, Joe?
And make sure
ready. I guess there's a probation
Because
officer
I need
now.
to rest my back. Because I need to rest my back.
He says he needs to rest his back.
You need to step away for a moment. You can, Mr. Busey, but just come back on, okay?
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Affirmative. Like, it's just hard not to like him, you know? Like, he just seems so fucking harmless.
Judge, is your trial over?
Is what it is.
No. Will Mr. Brennan and Mr. Stas. Who was asking about the trial? I'm sorry, who was that?
I asked, Mr. Swin.
Oh, no, it is. They came back with a verdict today, so it's over. Yes.
She took her glasses off because she couldn't see through them. They were so dirty.
Are the attorneys back on, Mr. Stas and Mr. Brennan?
Yes, Your Honor.
Where's Mr. Stas? Is he on?
Yes.
Put me in the breakout room with these two attorneys, Mr. Brennan and Mr. Stas, please.
Dude.
Your Honor, may we be excused in the...
I'm going to stop you there, Sherry, because you're saying that he's a predator, man, or you're implying that he's a predator, and there's nothing to indicate that. I mean, there's a slight indication because of this charge that he's pleading guilty to, but there's nothing that tracks that makes him a predator. There's no line of victims coming forward. You know what I'm saying? There's no line of victims coming forward. There's nothing to indicate that he's a predator. There's indication that he needs to be checked. But predator is a touch much. You know what I mean? Like Bill Cosby was a fucking predator, you know?
UC matter?
Yes.
Harvey
And
Weinstein.
Mr. Boosie's going to stay on a Mr.
Harvey Weinstein is a predator.
Swillman's going to stay on so he can be with his client for the interview.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, excuse me. All right, that's over. I want to bring in National Trial Attorney Madeline Somerville to help break.
He seems harmless.
This all down. Madeline, it was an interesting Zoom hearing at best. We could hear what I believe to be in the background behind the defendant Busey, someone telling him what to answer. At first, he had said, no, I'm not pleading guilty.
You know how nice it is to see court TV and see correspondents and anchors on court TV that I have no opinion about whatsoever? It's actually really fucking refreshing.
His attorney got him through that. And then he said, no, I didn't have any intent to gratify myself. That's an element of the crime. The attorney said, remember, we went through this. You have to agree to that if you're going to do a guilty plea. What are your thoughts at the end of the day as to the fact, yes, the guilty plea was accepted?
Well, thank you so much, Judge Ashley, for having me on. I'm always so happy to see you. So this is always a difficult situation, and I'm sure that it's not this judge's first rodeo. What we saw here was Mr. Busey, and I always thought it was pronounced Busey, so I'm glad I have it correct now.
No!
Kind of trying to walk.
Oh my God, no! It's Busey, dude. It's always been Busey. She's like, oh, I used to say Busey, but now I'm corrected because the judge, who doesn't know who this fucking guy is, calls him Busey. So, oh, she corrected me, so now I'm going to call him Busey. No, man, you had it right the first time. Flamingo sister, thank you so much. If I had $1 for every ass grab as a bartender, I'd be a rich woman. I just laughed and collected the tips. Wasn't ever sexual assault, though. Yeah, man. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Is it boils down to, you know, because I agree with you, and a lot of the women, 85% of the women in here agree with you. 80% of the women agree with you. You know, it's you know, it just depends on you and how strongly you feel about those kind of boundaries, and that's your God-given right. It just is. You know, my body's nobody's body but mine. You run your own body, let me run mine. That's it. I mean, that's what it boils down to. So, and I think he knows better, but I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt because there's been no other people that come forward about stuff like this. I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt that it was an impulse control issue at the moment, and then realize, like, fuck, why the fuck would I do that? You know? Like, I've done shit, dude, where, like, I get drunk, and then the next day, I'm like, man, I can't believe I sent that text. You know what I mean? Not a dick pic. That's not what I'm thinking. That's don't think that. But, you know, like, if I were sober, I wouldn't have sent certain texts. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just poor judgment. You know what I mean? At the time, it seems like a good idea for whatever reason. And then the next day, you're like, ooh, kind of wish I hadn't done that. You know? Just is, man. But it's just like, I mean, you know, I think that he's harmless. I don't think he's a predator in any kind of way. I think that he's harmless, and I think that he just had some sort of breakdown as far as understanding boundaries at that moment. Very poor judgment. He's obviously not there. He's obviously not all there, you know? Like, I feel like I would definitely give him a pass. Most of the ladies in here would too. And there's nothing wrong with those of you who wouldn't, you know. I get it too. I understand it. Holding someone accountable for their shit, I get it.
Things back. My guess is that he was embarrassed. It's quite often the case that you have a conversation with your client, and then when it's time to stand up and do the thing that you had actually prepared for, that the client gets nervous. It's difficult to admit that you touched someone for the purposes of gratifying yourself. And so if he was going to concoct some story, right, like we heard him say, it was something like,
it totally sound like a legal way of saying you did it to bust a nut. You did it to jerk off and bust a nut. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how it comes off. Like, when you word it like that, you did this to gratify yourself, because what it means is you did it for your own pleasure. You did this completely and totally unsolicited and for your own gratification. But when you say gratification and something that's in a sexual subject, it sounds like busting a nut. You know what I mean? like, so it's uncomfortable. As soon as this guy hears for your own personal gratification, he's gonna go, "Whoa, no, it was an accident." Like, the whole world's gonna see this shit. Yeah, that is a different charge. I would imagine so. As it should be.
My hand and I accidentally touched the back of her. It's quite embarrassing, and it's difficult. And so I don't think the judge held that against him. But again, this obviously wasn't her first rodeo, and so she was patient with him.
And you're right, Madeline. You and I have both had cases, represented clients, where you can go over and over and over what they decide to do to explain it all, and you get in court and you're like, oh my gosh, what happened to my client? That's not the same person I talked to, because they're not remembering anything I've told them. So that is not uncommon at all. What about this, though? As soon as the guilty plea was accepted as knowing and voluntary by the court, she then said, number one, you're going to have a permanent record. That's probably not a surprise. Number two, you have to give a DNA sample all prior to the sentencing, which is scheduled for September 18th.
Yeah, and that's great. Like, with DNA technology now, it makes sense that you would have to have anyone with any sexually related charge, criminal charge. I would imagine you want to put them at least in the system. You want their DNA in the system, so that if somebody gets assaulted, you have the possibilities already in the system to make a match with. I absolutely agree with this. So, well, I'm not sure if I absolutely agree with it, but it's like, in the sense that I mean, like, I'd have to really think about it, but I feel like it's a really, really good thing. I'm just concerned about, as far as like civil rights are concerned. But I feel like, I mean, the thing is I hate rape and sexual assault so fucking much. I have no patience for it. I have no understanding for it. I have no empathy for it. That I feel like, yeah, man, like, whatever it takes to make it easier to catch these fuckers. You know what I mean? Whatever it takes. But with this charge, I mean, no, I mean, yeah, maybe it's a touch. Some of you guys feel like it's a touch much to submit his DNA sample. And I understand that. I love this. We're having a discussion. I absolutely love it. Okay. Like to see what you guys think.
Mhm. So I think he was a little bit, to use a colloquialism, freaked out when she said something about a DNA sample, right? We were already down the I'm embarrassed path, and now he, feels like a criminal. And you're hoping that he's processing all of this because he's obviously in pain. I don't know why we're all on Zoom. I don't know if they provided that information. I don't know if he's sick, but you're
81,
hoping
he's
that
old.
he's entered into this plea freely and voluntarily, because if he didn't, then there's some recourse for him available in the future if he wanted to change his mind as to how he wanted to plead in the case, or if he wanted to appeal the sentencing that he might receive.
So that's interesting. I didn't even consider that. So he could still appeal. Like if he wanted to, he could hire Alan Jackson right now and just be like, dude, like, I need this to go away. If he wanted to, he could, but I don't know if he can. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what his financial situation is like, but like I said, I feel like he's still got Buddy Holly and Lethal Weapon money, Predator 2 money. I think he was in Predator 2. I'm not imagining that, am I? Is that like a what do you call that? The Mandela effect?
Yeah, good points. All good points, Madeline. And we know in New Jersey, this is the potential sentence that he faces, up to 18 months in state prison, up to, I don't think he's going to serve any time, but also a fine of up to $10,000. Also potentially mandatory registration on the state sex offender registry. That's the potential sentence. Of course, I'm sure they've already spoken about it to figure out, the prosecutor as well as his attorney, to figure out what they might agree to, and
it's
hope
50-50.
that the judge will sign
Wow.
off on that.
It's 50-50. Wow. All right. Give me just 1 second, folks. I'll be right back. All right. Thanks for waiting, guys. I appreciate it. All right. I'm going to close that poll. It's pretty close. That's interesting. Very close. 51% say that it was a little too much for his crime that he would have to submit a DNA sample. I just don't think it's a big deal. You know what I mean? Like submitting a DNA sample is just submitting your DNA samples in the system, but they could use it to frame you. I guess. I don't know. All right. All right, the phone lines are open if anybody wants to call in. I'm not doing all that tonight, Amber. I'm not doing that tonight. But I'll do some over the weekend. Yeah, because Cosgrove is pulling the same bullshit that Mello was pulling. Okay. Yeah, man. I don't think anybody's going to call in. So I don't know if somebody doesn't call in quick. Oh, you know what? It's my fault. It's my fault. I had do not disturb on because Olivia was on last time. That was when I brought Jimmy and Olivia on, and she called in first, and then I just to stop the beeping, I put the do not disturb on. So my bad. Now if you try to call, you can get through. There we go. Oh, an unknown.
Call from Brenda.
You're on. Who am I speaking with?
Hi, this is Brenda from Canada. How are you?
Hi, Brenda from Canada. I'm doing great. How are you?
Good. I phoned you the other night. Hey, listen, you know what? I want to throw something at you. You know how in the Karen Reed case that you were quite irritated about John O'Keefe's shoe?
Yeah.
Do you remember? Okay.
The
so this
fucking
is something
shoe,
that-
man.
Yeah, I was too. But here's another thing that I was really disturbed at, and I'm going to go back and look at it, but I know I heard it when Carrie Roberts was on the stand. What really kind of jolted me is when she had said that when they arrived at the scene, that her and Karen had turned John O'Keefe's body onto his back so she can do CPR. And I remember at the time when I heard that, I went, well, wait a minute. How do you bang your head landing on your stomach? And it made sense to me, too, that the wallet or the phone was found under the stomach. But she actually said that right on the stand, that her and Karen, Karen rushed over to where John was, and they both turned him on his back. And I thought, well, wouldn't that put a lot of this case upside down for people thinking that he fell back on his head, which clearly didn't happen. But I just wanted to get your take on that because, it bothers you with the shoe. This one bothers me because I thought if this is true, this would take this case really in a different direction because obviously they wouldn't be able to explain an injury on his head if he was found on his stomach. And I was wondering, did you hear the same thing when she was on the stand?
I'm not sure if I remember. I remember somebody talking about that, but I don't remember exactly how it was said. I mean, there's a lot of information.
Yeah. I heard it. I was watching it really clear, and I, in fact, rewound it, and I thought, holy shit. Carrie Roberts actually said that Karen, of course, when she seen John, she rushed over to him. Carrie went too, and she said they turned him over onto his back to give him CPR. And I just thought, well, with the ORCA guys, that Dr. Welcher, the dickhead, all of these people trying to say that, you know, she ran into him, he fell on his back, banged his head. To me, if this is a true part of Carrie Roberts' testimony, wouldn't that mean something different for Karen Reed right now? Like that's almost like a holy shit moment. Like,
No, it wouldn't mean anything
no?
different for Karen Reed because Karen Reed is already exonerated. She's already been found not guilty of hitting him. She never hit him. She just got
Well,
a
yeah,
DUI.
no.
Yeah, she just got a DUI. That's it.
No, I get that, but what I'm saying is, like, if that was true, it certainly would have made that whole case quite different, finding him on his stomach, because it would really blow Adam Lowley, you know, Michael Proctor, all these people. It would be just very, it would be in a very different
but
direction.
I don't think that would define that so much, because that to me is no different than the shoe being different, no different than the injuries not being consistent, no different than the tail light and how it was found. There's way too many things.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Way too many things. I don't think that would have made a difference in the slightest bit, you know, because there was already way too many things that were inexplainable. Just the science, the physics, they don't add up as to John being hit in the first place. So
yeah, you're right.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, the point being is that it just doesn't matter. There's no sense in even worrying about it, you know, or thinking about it.
Yeah. Okay, well that bothered me like the shoe bothered you, because I just thought that was very, very kind of like,
but I'm joking. Yeah, but I'm joking about the shoe, because the shoe was completely yeah, that's just a bit that it's an ongoing bit that I do for the show. You know, I and for Twitter, that's all it is. The shoe is completely inconsequential. I do the shoe thing so that I'm annoyingly pressing about it, so that it's believably annoying to other YouTube creators who I bring it up to. Like when I bring it up to Turtle Boy, he goes, Jesus, the fucking shoe. You know what I mean? And it's funny.
Yeah.
I do that. And Mata did it the other day. We were doing it with Mata, and it was just, yeah. So the thing is Gallagher didn't even find the shoe in the first place.
Right.
So it doesn't matter. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like nothing, like the shoe would have been good to show the jury, but not necessary. You know what I mean?
Right.
I've heard rumors that it was discussed to bring up the shoe. But they decided to go a different route. So
yeah, I wonder how they're allowed to do
but I think that they were I would imagine that they were only planning on doing it in closing arguments, simply because they could just point it out and just be like, why is there a black soled shoe on the screen, and then Buchanan held a white soled shoe? Like that would have just helped drive the jury home. You know what I mean? But it's not. But it wasn't necessary to prove Karen's innocence, and it wasn't necessary to poke holes in. There was already too many holes in Hank Brennan's case. He didn't have a case.
But you still did a good job when you were pointing out the shoe. I watched that and I thought, wow, damn, like you were right. And then another thing I was going to ask you, because I don't know how it goes in the States. Now, when Carrie Roberts gave that testimony, did Adam Lowley or anybody know about that before that came out on stand? Like, or do they know what they're going to say before they even say it?
I'm sure that there is witness prep that takes place.
Okay, because yeah, even listening to him on the stand about that Miles guy, you know what? He is so stupid that if you blew in his ear, he would thank you for the refill, because he is that dumb. He's got to be the most laid back, dumbest lawyer that I ever seen. But you know what? To your point anyway, I still like the way you still brought out that shoe, because you were entirely right. Even if nothing comes out of it, you were still right what you pointed out.
Oh yeah, like trust me, I'm serious about being right about it. I just keep bringing it up just to be stupid and funny, you know.
Oh, you are funny, but you know what? You were right, and I was just really bothered by that part, like you were with the shoe. I just thought, you know what? It's such a miscarriage of justice what they did to her all the way around. And if it was me, I would be like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Like, he was on his stomach, and you people were building a case where he was on his back. And you're right. There were so many twists and turns anyway in this case that, yeah, you couldn't even swim through them. They lied. So
Right.
much.
I've said it 1,000 times, dude. Like, you could pick anything that the Commonwealth thinks is evidence out of a hat. Anything blindly out of a hat, and there's reasonable doubt. Like, there's nothing solid about that case, because for the simple reason that Karen Reed never hit John O'Keefe with her vehicle. That's the simple reason. Is it never happened. So how can they prove that it did? You can't effectively prove that something happened when it didn't fucking happen. So, and the Commonwealth galactically failed at this. So, so, you know, I mean, Brennan, even in his closing arguments, admitted that they didn't even have, they didn't know when or where the collision actually took place.
Yeah, and you know what? I had a really shitty afternoon, so I got to ask you something, that I was watching on a different show. Did Karen Reed not get her car back?
Not yet.
Heard
no, they don't. They haven't
Why?
given her a phone or a car back. I don't know. Everybody wants to know why.
Is it because they're so embarrassed, like that they wrecked it, or?
I wouldn't say it's embarrassment would be the reason. I'd say that there's more of a legal reason for that, which is and a shady one at that. Is the plan is to Karen Reed's plan, I would assume, because she has civil lawyers that just filed for her to have those things returned, to have sidebar conferences unimpounded, all kinds of different shit. So it sounds like what she's doing is building up for a massive lawsuit. So they're probably afraid of this lawsuit, and they're probably afraid of what the SUV will provide as far as evidence that will help Karen Reed's lawsuit. And that's probably why they're stalling. I don't know why. I mean, if I had to guess, that would be it, but I don't know that.
And you know, I don't know the states, but I thought that as soon as she was acquitted, that this would be automatically given back to her.
Right.
Like, I just assumed that was.
That's what she assumed too, I'm sure.
So isn't this against the law? Like, or do they make up their own law?
Hello, is this your first day, Judy?
No, I just think that I was more surprised because she finally is acquitted, and you know, they did, of course, the same thing to Turtle Boy with his phone and shit. But I just thought, well, hey, she's like no longer anything to do with you. So why are you not giving her shit back? And what legal ground do you actually have? Like, these people, they are a piece of work, man. They like, I can't believe what they get away with, to be very honest.
Yeah, it's nasty business. It's nasty.
And her
nasty
paying
business.
more money to try to get her stuff back is even. But like you said, she's going to have a huge lawsuit, and I hope she wins. And just, I feel very bad for her that she has to keep going with this stupid crap.
Yeah.
And then, of course, one more question before I let you go. I'm not quite sure why Turtle Boy is going to court. Is Mark Betterow like defending him? Like, because she's acquitted, so are they still charging him for like breaking this case, or like what are they doing?
Well, they can't charge him for breaking the case. They do it under the guise of some bullshit local law there that is very unconstitutional. So that, you know, his defense is that it's a First Amendment issue, that what he's being charged with doing, he's protected under the First Amendment. So that's the issue right now. And right, but so what's interesting is he was right. Karen Reed was acquitted.
Right.
everything that he said was true and correct.
Yeah.
So he's pretty much he's validated. So he should be vindicated. You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah, they don't stop. They just don't stop. And to me, if I were them, I would like rather turn away. Here's your stuff. Drop the charges with Aiden Kearney, and they should actually just walk away. But they just don't seem to want to. And
yeah,
I
it's
find
weird that
very-
they're moving forward with the case, especially with the evidence that Turtle Boy now has. I mean, it's really ironic because Turtle Boy set out to prove corruption, and he would not have been able to do that had he not been charged. Very fascinating. So now that he's charged, he's capable of proving it, and it's going to end up being proven in a court of law during a trial if it goes that far.
now, is he going to have a lawsuit too that he's going to win?
I don't know, but hopefully.
No, I know you have other callers. I just please need to ask you one more thing because, like I said, I had a very bad couple days, and so why was Kate Peters in court? Is she being charged?
No, Kate Peter was there for a Lindsay Gattani thing today. I did go over it earlier today because I was live.
You did? Okay.
I was live earlier today, so yeah, you could just go check that out. And
Oh yeah, I will. I'm glad that you told me that.
Right on.
All
right.
Okay, well, you know what? I just thought I'd give you another call, my second call, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and thank you for explaining that to me. And like I said, you know what? These people, they are so stupid, Will, that if you blew in all their ears, they thank you for the refill. They are the dumbest people I think I've ever seen where it comes to the law, people's rights. They're just stupid, and they're not embarrassed about it.
No, they're not.
So,
No, thanks for calling, Judy. Appreciate it.
yeah, you have a good weekend.
All right, you too. Bye-bye. And I lost the last caller. Judy's really sweet. But I really wanted to get to that next caller. There we go.
Call from.
You're on. Who am I speaking with?
Hi, it's Stephanie,
Hi, Stephanie.
also known as Flamingo's sister tonight.
Oh, Flamingo's sister. Okay.
Yeah, my name's Stephanie.
Thank-
That's my daughter's handle.
Thank you for all the super chats. I really appreciate it.
You are most welcome. This is my new addiction after alcohol.
Okay. Right on.
Yeah, no, I'm 3.5 years sober, and I just found law tubers like halfway through the second trial, and I have a Juris Doctorate, and literally was like, this is my jam. I'm getting into it.
I love
and now I'm into all these. Now I'm into all of these cases.
Right on. Right on. No, I'm
Thank you.
glad. I'm glad. Yeah,
And
it can get addicting. That's for sure. Especially when you're just like, I can't believe this is going on, and then things just keep happening one after the other. You know, like
It's insane.
the Karen Reed
That's the
case
reason
is
I went
over.
to.
Like
That's the reason I went to law school, was to change the family court and like child support system.
Oh, I
was
love
because
that.
I had two twin babies, and I was in my senior year at Providence College, and had a deadbeat dad, and the court ordered $49 a week for two babies.
Oh wow.
I was
Probably
like,
probably well, if he's a deadbeat, it's based on his income. So
yes,
that's
exactly.
usually
He
what
had,
they
he had no income at the time.
Yeah. That's
And I was like, excuse me, there's nothing else for that?
Yeah, like same thing happened because I had a really low income as well, and then the judge made me pay the child support. And then I got custody of my son, and then the judge ordered that she pay me child support, which I never saw.
Good for you.
Never saw 1 cent, but
Yeah, and that's like small
I
things
didn't
to
expect
pay, right?
to.
Like,
Yeah, I didn't expect
once
to.
you grow up, that was my senior year of college. I was bartending at night. There's there's no income coming in really that's going to support these kids. But once you grow up, I'm almost 40 now. Like, you learn
Wow, man.
and you make more money and you say, like, this is not worth my time.
Yeah.
But that's why I went to law school in the beginning, was to change the system.
Well, that's awesome. I mean, I think that's why everyone should want to go to law school and get a career in the law, is to make positive changes, you know.
Yep.
But, you know.
And you sound so much different on the phone than you do on your live.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
like much different.
Okay.
I'm sure I'm going to go listen to myself and be like, oh, I sound like an asshole. I also have the mouth of a trailer, like a trailer truck driver, because I was a bartender for 15 years.
Oh.
My family owned a mafia bar in Boston, so.
A mafia bar in Boston. Okay.
Yep, in the
Wow.
Combat District.
That's yeah.
I almost got punched out by a hooker one night when I was 16 years old, so that was cool.
You almost got punched out by a hooker? I have to hear this story.
Yeah, okay, so I went in to bring my mom. So I used to work in there during the day and like early evenings, and my mom never let me work late into the night. And as a 16-year-old, bring home $1,000 a week. You're like, cool, this is the best job ever.
Yeah.
So I'm bringing my mom a nice coffee, and like it's my uncle's bar. We're just kind of like hanging out, drinking our iced coffees. And she goes, don't look at that girl over there. And I said, why? Because I am super fucking book smart. I have a law degree, but I'm super fucking unlife smart.
Right. No street smarts. Got it. Yeah.
None whatsoever.
Yeah, that's
goes,
like my brother. Like, I mean, he's not street dumb, you know what I mean? But he's definitely lacks like I definitely exceed him in street smarts for sure. But that's only because I hung out on the streets all the time. Like, he was doing what he was supposed to do, right? He was going to school and he was doing what he was supposed to. He was still hanging out with his friends and partying and having a good time, but you know, he wasn't like, you know, like I remember we were in Dominican Republic one time, and I'm like, we needed to exchange money, right? And I'm like, we need to go to a place that exchanges money. And there's a guy like standing there. We're at Columbus's gravesite. This is where we were. And there's a guy just standing there, and he's like, yeah, I'll exchange your money. And I'm like, dude, don't give that guy our money. You know, I'm like, he's like, no, like, if we just watch him, like, what's he gonna do?
He's not cool.
He's just gonna rip us off right here. And then sure enough, man, like, he counted the shit out right in front, like it was, and then when we walked away, when we got into the cab, he was like, wait a second, like, he totally pulled some sleight of hand shit. You know, like, I was like, dude, I told you not to give that guy our money.
Older. I learned as I got older. So that night, that girl that my mom told me not to look at, that I honestly didn't look at, came over and tried to punch me out through a window, and my mom got in front of me and went through a window for me.
Oh, wow. Is your mom okay?
And it was, she was fine at that point.
Okay.
Today is another story, but she's almost 80 years old at this point. But I was like, what the fuck just happened? I'm sorry, can I not swear on your channel?
Is this your first time listening to it?
No, it's not, but I don't know what like callers in do.
Yeah, don't fucking cuss here.
Because I got my mouth from my mom. I have a law degree, but I swear a fucking lot.
Yeah.
Then I was like, and then I went on to
fucking channel. God damn it.
So I went on to like bartend for like 15 years after that, and like as soon as my uncle's mafia bar sat down, and he's in the book Black Mass, if you ever look it up.
I saw the movie.
No, he's in the book. He's not in the movie.
Okay.
So like my mom was like, "Oh my God, your uncle's in this in this book. So she would tell me, like, as I got older, like 18, 19, 20, this is what's going on. They're going up to the, I don't know, you're not from Massachusetts.
No.
You're from Tennessee?
Yeah.
Okay, so my uncle's bar was in the, but you do know Boston?
Not really. I mean, I've been up there a few times, but you know, I Uber everywhere, or I'm riding in the car with somebody. I'm never paying attention to where we're going.
All right, so anybody that's listening,
Like
is in the
I've been to
combat zone.
Southie. I've been to Southie. I've been to Dedham. I've been to Fall River.
Have you ever been to like Boston downtown?
Yeah, I stayed in Boston downtown last time I was there.
Okay, so like downtown back in like the early 2000s, before my uncle passed away in 2002.
Okay.
He was right across from the Wang Theater, which is right next to the other one with the W that Aiden wants to do like a live show with.
Yeah.
And my mom used to be like, the reason that pimps and hookers are not here is because your uncle pays them off. And I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense to me at 18 years old, right?
Right.
And she's like, walk up to the Roxy with your friends. They'll get you in. And this is a 21 plus club.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm 17 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going in, we're getting served drinks, and we're walking back. And my uncle's thing is like, they serve pizza till 2 a.m. That was their thing. Anybody, it's called Dominic. It was called Dominic's. Anybody on the call that remembers it. And so that was gone after he passed, because after he passed, his children took it over, and they didn't have those connections. They were like actual upstanding citizens.
Okay.
Like didn't have the mafia like ties.
If you could just skip to the end.
Yeah, so I'm sorry.
I'm just fucking with you.
I was the end is like the strippers and the pimps and the hookers like all came back to the side. Like they came back to right in front of the restaurant. And my cousins, their second cousins, were just like trying to run this restaurant with like pimps and hookers right outside, which is now like a good area, but for a long time it was not a good area.
Right.
And they're like, what do we do? And like everybody was like, you don't have your dad's hookup anymore. You don't have it.
Wow.
And yeah, like I used to say to my mom, she'd be like, Uncle Tom,
Today, Junior,
Wacky, which is the club up the street.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd be like, for what? And eventually when I was like an adult, like 27, 28, she'd be like, he was going up there to kill somebody.
Wow.
And I'd be like, no, he wasn't. She'd be like, okay, all right. Like, that's fine if you don't want to believe me, but that's what he was doing.
Okay.
She was like, he was selling kilos of cocaine out of the basement of Dominic's.
Wow.
And I was like, I believe that because he just continued to hand me money through my teen years.
Wow.
Like hundreds of dollars on top of hundreds of dollars. And as a teen, I don't question it. I don't think it's anything like that. And I was like, oh, that all makes sense. Okay. But he also, I'm not going to make him sound like a drug lord and did nothing good. He would put up the people that were at the Ronald McDonald's house. He'd put them up at like better situations. He would have them into the restaurant and feed them for free. Like he really, like he was a good person.
Right on. Cool.
Yeah. And I'm sorry that I kept showing up as Flamingo Sister because that's literally my daughter's handle.
Don't you ever do that again.
Yes, sir.
All right. Yeah, look, don't get mad at me when you watch the replay because I was playing some clips and stuff while you were talking, and it was pretty funny. It was just all in good fun. Don't get mad. But I'm going to take the next caller. Thanks for calling.
Yeah, don't let everybody have their time. I'm sorry I talked
No,
your ear off.
no, I know. I just made it funny. That's all. Don't get mad about it. But I appreciate it.
No, I will not. No, it's all in good fun.
All right. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye. Damn, I lost the next caller again. There we go.
Call from? Is she?
You're on. Who am I speaking with?
Hey.
Hey.
Hello. This
Hello.
is Melissa.
Hi, Melissa.
Are you hearing me?
Yeah. Are you hearing
Wait,
me?
Is this real? Yes, sir.
Okay. How can I help you, Melissa?
Taking the next caller. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I have to laugh right now
Okay.
because this lady is not shutting up.
Oh man, she was nice. You know, I was the one. I was the one who told her to tell a story. I was just being.
Stand by for a minute.
Yeah.
This is not real. Hello, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I
like it.
Are you hearing me? Yeah. All right, we on speaker now.
Okay. So, what do you want to talk about?
Stand by for a minute. You know who you're
Are you
speaking
putting
with.
me on fucking hold? Get the fucking what?
No, you're on standby real quick. I'm trying to catch up
That's
with
fucking
this.
hold, bro. That's hold.
So wait a minute. I'm going to ask you a question.
Wow. Next caller. The fuck was that? You gonna put me on fucking hold? I'm trying to run a show here. Unbelievable. No, stand by. That's fucking hold. It was unbelievable.
Call from?
You're on. Who am I speaking with?
Melissa.
Melissa again. Okay. Now, are you gonna?
Yes, because I need to ask you one serious question.
I'm listening. What's the question?
I cannot deal
Turn
with
me down on the
stupid
back. Turn me
situation.
down on the background, please. That is awful.
Hold on, I'm putting on mute.
There you go.
I can't deal with the echo. There we go.
Right. I
How are
can't
you?
either. I'm doing great. How are you?
By the way, how are you?
I'm fantastic for the third time.
You know who you're talking to right now? I love it.
Right on. Do you have a question?
Stand by for a minute in Tennessee. Don't speak of my name real quick. I'm gonna tell you this. I sent you a Facebook. I sent you a message on X because I was so bullshit about people. You know how nice I was to you?
Okay.
Yeah. No, I was so pissed. I don't do social media, but I am not handling with people are like putting shit up about me with my face on there, and I sent you a big long message on X, and I apologize.
Okay.
Do you know who you're talking to right
No, I have no idea who the fuck I'm talking to right now.
now? Oh, come on. Yes, you do.
Trace the signal.
I can see you talking right now.
No idea who I'm talking to.
Oh my God. Really?
Yeah, Melissa. Right? Okay. You know how many
I'm looking at you, but I have it on mute. Stand by. Dedham Courthouse, you with the cane, and I helped you walk through.
Okay. Thank you for that. I appreciate it.
No. So what? I can't. Are you there?
We don't make mistakes.
Hello?
We have happy accidents.
Call from Deborah.
You're on. Who am I speaking with?
Hi, Will. This is Deborah.
Hi, Deborah.
Hey. So Gary Busey,
Uh-huh.
he is just an old man.
Yeah. Yeah.
He didn't mean anything by it.
I don't think he did, you know, but
Touching those women on the butt, that's nothing. Come on. That would give you something to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, he just might be 81, just at fuck it mode. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like who knows? Who knows? But I just
Crazy.
most
Crazy.
people.
She should be proud.
Most people wouldn't be. Most people would not be traumatized by something like that. You know.
No.
But
no.
but you never know. A person might already have some trauma that triggers in some way, and you know they have a right to press charges. It's not okay to go around touching people's butts.
Well,
at the end of the day.
I don't think so. Unless there's a money payout. She's looking for some money. How much money is she going to get out of this?
How do
you know? It's
you,
bullshit.
Yeah,
The
but you don't
photo
know that.
shoot,
You don't know that. You
She
don't
went.
know. You don't.
Oh, come on, Will.
You don't know
Come
that
on.
she's gonna sue him. Have
There-
you seen any
She
paperwork?
didn't want him.
Did she file
You know
any?
what?
Did she
She
file a paperwork? Did she say in an interview or anything that she was planning on suing
This has
him?
been 3 years old.
Right. So has she filed a
taken
lawsuit?
3 years.
3 years?
She obviously is getting money out of it,
You
or
don't
she
know.
wouldn't have done it.
You
She
don't-
would have dropped it.
Nah, you
Because
don't know
look,
that. You don't know
she
that.
went.
You
to
don't know that.
She wanted a photo with
You
him.
don't know that.
She went over to him. She
Right.
put her arms around him. She's flirting with him, and then she doesn't expect him to pat her butt as she walks away.
How do you know she's flirting with him?
Well, she wants the photo. They had him
That's
set up,
flirting?
taking photos.
That's flirting.
She walked
So
to him.
so
He
every
wanted
woman,
a photo.
so everybody that asked me for a pic while I was in Boston was flirting with me. Are you kidding?
Of course.
That's ridiculous.
Well,
It's
they put their arm
ridiculous.
around you, didn't they?
So what? That's just a friendly thing. So that you know, like hey,
Yeah.
we're taking a picture together. That is not flirting, ma'am.
Well, he's an old man.
Okay.
If he sees a nice ass, he's gonna touch it.
What?
If he sees a nice ass, he's gonna touch it.
No.
She's right.
No.
She's standing right next to him.
What you're fucking with me, right? This is a fucking prank call, right? You're fucking with me. That's what's going on. I'm being
It's
fucked
Gary Busey. Wouldn't you be proud if he pinched your ass and you
Dude.
taking a photo with him?
Oh my fucking god, lady. You're
Come
sitting
on.
here fucking
He's just an old man.
okay, he's just an old man, but
He doesn't mean
That
anything
doesn't-
by it.
that doesn't excuse him.
He didn't mean anything by
No.
it. Come on, he's an old guy. Let him have his fun.
No.
Walk away.
What?
You don't have to press her. You know what? I bet you she didn't go to the
Lady,
police
you
till the
are-
next day.
Lady, you are talking
She didn't go to the police
house,
till the next day.
the house of
Come
shit.
on.
You are talking the
She didn't
house
go to the
of
police
shit.
till the next day. After she learned that she could get some money out of
You
the
are
deal.
talking completely out of your asshole, lady.
Come on. Why is it taking this long for it to come to court? All these years. How come she just didn't drop it then?
Because maybe she feels strongly about it. Again, you don't know the circumstances of the situation. We didn't even hear all of the details of it. We didn't hear testimony from her. Oh, good. She's gone. Okay. God, that lady was fucking out of her mind, bro. I love opening the phone lines in the middle of the night when I'm live on a Friday or Saturday, bro. It's the funnest shit in the world because y'all are fucking wacky. Y'all are fucking wacky, bro. Shit is fun. Yeah, I don't know what is going on with the callers today, bro. I don't even wild. No, I love that the people calling can't see unless they're watching me on TV or on their computer. They can't see the clips that I play. It's awesome. They can't hear them.
Call from Crazy Brazilian.
Crazy Brazilian lady.
What's going on tonight? What the fuck is this?
It's been so long. How are you, crazy Brazilian lady?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh my God. I'm doing great.
Okay, that's good.
It's been
What's
a
going
minute.
on with all these ladies?
I don't know, man. I don't know, but there's some wacky ass people calling here tonight, man. No shit.
Hey, I'm not a whack people here right now. I'm not. But okay, hold on. Is this guy talked to those people? When was this happen?
2022, August.
Okay. I don't have experience, but my husband does. This
Mhm.
guy, he has dementia.
Okay.
The way he acts, it's.
I mean, dude, I
follow
the guy on Instagram, and everything that he fucking puts out is wacky as fuck. It's wild.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he's never fully coherent, you know?
Yeah. It's very common for men touching women when they're in a nursing home, touching like that. And
yeah, people are saying that.
They don't remember.
Right.
They don't remember. It is sad that the family is not helping him. I'm sorry, the family is not helping him. He needs
What
help.
if you decline and you become more childlike? Isn't that something that happens with dementia sometimes? Is like you become more childlike? Because remember, when I was a little kid, I had this thing with touching boobs, bro. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? When I was like 3, I had this thing, and then of course,
you're touching a boob when you're 3.
having Hispanic family, that shit got corrected real quick.
I know.
Like real
Okay,
quick.
but I
That
have a
shit got
question.
checked,
I have a question. How do you remember you're touching a boob when you're 3-year-old?
I remember 3 years old. I remember as far back as 2. I remember wearing diapers. I remember because I think subconsciously, because my dad died when I was a year old, I think that I subconsciously made myself remember as far back as I could. And that's as far back as I could go was I went I remember seeing Star Wars in the movie theater when it came out, like the first one, A New Hope. Like I was 77. I was 2 years old. And I remember falling asleep and then waking up during the pew pew of the fucking spaceships.
The pew pew.
Yeah, when they're trying to destroy
pew pew.
They're trying to destroy the fucking Death Star. That's when I woke up, like from a nap.
Oh
I
my
remember.
God.
And I was in my mom's arms. I remember this.
God.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a very good memory. That means you're not gonna suffer from dementia, Will.
Yeah, I remember my underoos
You're
and shit. Yeah.
You're not gonna have the excuse to touch other woman's ass when you get
No,
older.
I mean, no, man. Like that's just, you know what I'm saying? Like that's not like I definitely know better than that. I'm not gonna do that shit. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, who the fuck knows? I'm saying, like, I feel like Gary Busey, it should be taken into consideration that Gary Busey is old and he's not, he has neurological issues clearly, and I feel like that should be taken into consideration, but it's not okay either, because people still have boundaries, like it's up to the person. It's up to the person's discretion as to what kind of action they want to take when they feel and how violated they feel. That's just how that is.
I totally like I'm not on either side in here. I'm just saying one side of dementia is a sad way to watch your loved one to go through it.
Yeah.
It's very sad.
Like, you know who I feel really bad for right now is Bruce Willis and his family. Because
oh my God, I know, it breaks my heart.
Yeah, Bruce Willis just doesn't even know anybody or anything anymore. He has the last report that I heard on him was that the last thing that I heard from his family was that he can't remember being a blockbuster movie star right now. I think he might still know his family. I think he might still know his family, but he doesn't remember being a blockbuster movie star and be kind of on the movie industry. He has no memory.
I know, and
it's a crime.
See, that's why I'm like, I know that's why like I'm sad because I have an aunt that she's in Massachusetts. She's from Brazil, and right now she has a severe dementia, and she escaped her daughter's house, and like it was in Worcester. This is in Massachusetts. It was in Worcester. I was so happy for the police. They helped my aunt. They tried to find her so bad. We have like helicopter. We have everything.
Yeah, man. That's a
and
what do you call that?
And
Silver alert? Is that what you call it?
Yeah, silver alert.
Yeah.
Silver alert. And it's sad. I understand the woman felt violated, but at the same time, from watching the video that you just played tonight, that guy he's not himself.
Right. And I mean, it's just I just right. I mean, I agree with Cookie Kinetic. Unwanted touch is not okay. No matter how you slice it, it's not. And nobody's trying to throw the guy in prison. They're just trying to make sure he doesn't do it anymore. That's all. I don't see anything wrong with that.
Yeah.
He's taken a guilty plea. He's 81 years old. He's not doing anything. So checking in, a probation officer checking in on him is not going to be a big deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's fine. It's fine.
I know, but the family needs to be aware he cannot be going places like the way he was doing. He cannot.
Well,
he can't. I'm sorry.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. I mean, I feel like under the proper supervision, or if he's taking the right medications and he's treated, in some way, then maybe he can still, be supportive of his fans. Maybe he could still do that. Because I'm sure that he's 81 and he's going to this horror movie thing. It's I'm sure that has a lot to do with him not just needing a little money, but also just showing his fans some appreciation. No,
I know, I totally get it, but it's like right now you need to understand we're all gonna get old someday. And this is
God willing, we'll all get old one day. God willing.
Yeah. I can't believe you're already back live tonight. I was like about to finish your other live because I was so busy today. And then I look on my Twitter and then Will is live again. And I go, oh my God, I need to stop this one to go to the other one.
I've been live a lot today. Yeah. I'm about to wrap this up.
Yeah. Okay. I hope you have a wonderful night, Will.
You too, crazy Brazilian lady. Thank you for calling. I'm glad that you were the last caller.
Oh, I'm so glad that I'm last caller because those other one was a little what Proctor say? Whack job.
Fucking muy pesado, dude. Like
they are whack job.
Yeah, bro. I mean, one of them was cool. Like I already forgot her handle, but she super chatted me a lot tonight and she was really sweet. And I asked her, in all fairness, it was me who told her to tell me a story. I just kind of fucked with her because she was taking a long time telling the story. That's all. But she was okay. There was a couple other ones that were just
Melissa?
That lady was, yeah. I mean, it was nice of her.
Stand by, Will.
Yeah, I don't understand what was going on. I couldn't wrap my head around it was like she was over here and I was over here. Like I appreciate that she helped me at the courthouse, but I don't remember a lot of people helping me at the courthouse. I'm pretty self-sufficient.
I think
with my cane.
I think she wanted you to stand by because she want to hear herself.
I don't know, but she seemed like she was under the influence of something that kind of which would affect your rationality. It would affect your sense of rationality. I got that impression. This whole standby thing was just like, what is happening right now? What the fuck are you doing? What do you want? What are you calling for?
I know.
Like,
Okay, I have a question for you before I hang up.
all right.
What does cabron mean?
Cabron? Oh,
Yeah.
cabron.
Yeah, cabron.
Cabron. It basically means a cuck. It's Spanish for cuck. For cuck.
Oh my God.
For cuckold.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Because I hear a lot of Spanish people speaking.
That's what I
feel cabron.
That's what I understand it to be, is a man who enjoys other men fucking his wife. That's a cabron.
Oh my God.
Right. And so it's just a general, it's a general insult in Spanish, you know, fucking cabron, dude.
Yeah.
It's the fucking cabron, bro. You know, like, yeah. But the technical meaning is as I understand it, the translation, the literal translation is a cuckold.
Okay. Okay, let's go to sleep.
Oh, okay. You go to sleep. I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want.
No, I'm going to sleep.
Okay, well, you go to sleep.
Okay, have a good night. Love you.
I love you too, Gracie. Brasilia lady. Bye.
Bye.
All right, Gracie Brasilia lady, y'all. Tonight was fun, right? I mean, even the shitty callers, like, that still made it fun. That one lady, man, she was pissing me off. Like, she was talking crazy shit. I mean, I wasn't really getting mad. But she was talking some crazy shit. Talking about it's totally okay. That lady's like, no, man, we don't do the victim blaming thing here, dude. We don't do that. Like, I let it slide because it's, you know, kind of slide, but because it's, you know, it's pretty minor offense. But boundaries are boundaries, bro, and you got to respect them. Period. That's it. End of story. People are like, I believe in my boundaries, and if you violate my boundaries, we're gonna have problems. And so everybody is in charge of their own boundaries, setting them and enforcing them. Everybody has that right over their own bodies. So, be better. Thank you so much, Batman or Superman Underoos. I had Spider-Man, Aquaman. Later on, I had He-Man. Like, I liked they changed them after a while. Like, Underoos, you could only get them they had like designs and shit on the underwear of the. But I liked them when they were like when they mimicked the superhero outfit. You know what I mean? Because you had like a straight up cool ass Superman shirt. You know what I mean? Like, you just rocking a Superman shirt with the blue shirt with the S. You know, like, I love that shit. I'd wear that shit out. Batman too is a gray shirt with the little Batman from the TV show. Spider-Man was dope too. I had Spider-Man as well. I had the action figures, but they were technically dolls, bro. Like, they were the same size as like Barbie dolls and kind of worked the same way. But I had like Spider-Man, Batman, Robin. You could take Robin's little footies off. You know what I mean? But not like dolls, like prosthetic children. Not like that. Like, more like Barbie dolls. But yeah, man, I liked the original Underoos, man. That was my shit, dude. Like, I loved it. And I loved yeah, man. Like, I was all about the $6 million man, bro. That was my fucking shit, dude. The $6 million man was my jam, bro. And the original Spider-Man show was badass too. That shit is so underrated. And it had the dopest music. They had that wah pedal with that guitar. And he's climbing the walls, but he's sliding, you know, because they're pulling him up on a wire. That shit was some high risk shit. whoever was in that Spider-Man suit climbing those walls, man. They didn't use those special effects for that shit. That dude was on a fucking wire, pretending to climb the wall of a building. That show was dope. And they had and that cool ass saxophone. I think that's the only song I ever liked saxophone, was like the opening theme to Spider-Man, the TV show. I don't want to play it because I'll get a copyright ding for it. But Underdog was all right. I liked anything that was cartoony and had a fucking cape. Like, I was crazy about that shit. I just loved superheroes when I was a kid. You know? Like, the first Superman movie was just like my everything, bro. Christopher Reeve was just like, to me, Christopher Reeve, I mean, the movie comes out in 78. I'm 3. And Christopher Reeve, to me, in my mind, at that age, was every cartoon I saw, I would wish that he would come to life. Be like, man, I hope, you know what I mean? So Christopher Reeve was like Superman coming to life, you know? Like, I was just at the right age for those special effects, because that had never been done before, making Superman fly in the movies. He was the first one, and they made it look real, you know? But yeah, man, that was my shit. Like, I was all about my superheroes as a little kid. My cousins like always collected comics. Like, I didn't get a lot of stuff when I was a kid. And my cousins, though, you know, they, you know, uncle's a doctor, you know, so and they were just really into comic books. And so whenever I'd go to their house, I would just sit in the room and read Batman comics. I was obsessed with Batman comics, and I read all these Batman graphic novels. Great ones too. But anyways, yeah, man, guys, thank you all for hanging out with me. Thanks for hitting the like. And thanks for subscribing. If there's new subscribers, I appreciate you. I hope you're enjoying the channel, and thank you for all the support. You guys have been incredibly generous tonight. All those memberships that you guys gifted, man, was amazing. Yeah, I loved X-Men comics too. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up and go cuddle with Clubber and Drago. But you guys are fantastic. I love you very much. We will do this again very soon, my friends.